So here we are, guys, on Arctic region, and as you can see, I'm playing a game with Gaming Bear and Crusader Tank. Gaming Bear is in a SU-12244 and Crusader Tank is in a Crusader SP artillery piece, and I am in a tier 6 M25 light tank. And this is actually a game we did play on the live stream. Now, as you can see here, the teams are relatively evenly matched. I would say that the enemy team does have a better team with regard to player quality, and the tank makeup is pretty similar. I would say that probably the enemy team has a slightly better tank makeup, possibly, but I think it's overall more even than not. So we're starting off here, and I'm breaking off to the right hand side. You know, I want to get some spots. I don't really want to be caught up down a channel. Crusader Tank is going to be doing his artillery piece, and Gaming Bear is coming along with me in his SU-12244. Now, I like to take things a bit slowly on this map, let things progress, get some spots, and then wait for the enemy to make a mistake. Pay attention to the guy on the enemy team. His name is McMulty. He's in a Tiger 1, and I believe I believe he has either just recognised me or does recognise me soon. You can see my view from the actual in-game now, sorry. Unfortunately not making the shots there. Unlucky to get a deflection on the Leopard there. Good angling there. So the team makeup is the southwest where the heavies go. Unfortunately, we do have one top tier heavy that has gone to a sniping position. One low tier heavy or mid tier heavy has come with us. So there's only me, Gaming Bear, one Burt artillery piece. Now Gaming Bear makes a bit of a mistake here. He goes a bit YOLO here. He's got two Tiger tanks and a T50 light tank here. Now, I was saying to him to take it easy. He said, no, I'm going to get stuck in. And as a result, he's put himself into a really bad position. I realised I'm going to have to save him from this T50. I wasn't realising just how much damage he was doing here. Obviously, the Tiger's done a lot of damage, but it's too little too late. So, he's now dead. I'm just here with a Burt and a mid-tier heavy. And I want to do some damage here, but I want to pause it there. Now, take a little look at the situation. Just so you can see, I've positioned myself. So, one of them Tigers and that IS has to shoot through the T50 to get me. As you can see me moving backwards and forwards, I try to do that right up until the point he dies. Now, I want to ask a question here. Now, what would you do? I've got two Tigers and an IS to mode, right? I've got the T50 here. Where would you go in this game from here? Look down south. You can see our heavies are making a bit of progress there. There's a Yad Panther up on top of the hill. There's an OI heavy tank over at G6. And I'm here, and I'm in the open here, and I'm vulnerable. So let's just see. Ask yourself the question, what would you do from here? He moves out. My cover's now gone. Obviously, the first thing I want to do is move into a bit of cover. But then an SU comes round, not watching the minimap, and gifts me this kill. Now I'm just going to pause that here again now very quickly. To my front, where you can look at the screen's necking now, and to the right is two Tiger tanks and an IS. We can see that way is another IS, a Stuart, and we know there's an OI lined up down there somewhere because it's its last known positions on the minimap. I can't really go backwards. I could try to break off left and head back, but really what's inviting me is this little channel of cover here and what mischief I can get up to there. So I'm 593 damage in. Let's see what I can do to turn the enemy turrets and do this distraction piece I talk about when in a light tank. There's McMulty there. He's come back for me. He seems to be transfixed on me a bit, so keep an eye on him. There's the OI I talked about. He's a blue player. Let's see if we can harass him a bit. We didn't even scratch them. I should really have loaded premium rounds there to make them count, but I didn't. So I want to make sure he's looking this way. I don't want him shooting at the heavies. He's missed his shot. The premium rounds are in, so making a difference now. I managed to take him out of the game. So very important there, knowing the difference between ammo use, armor penetration, and what you're shooting at. I wouldn't have penned in with normal, switched to premium. Now a blue player is out of the game. So progressing a bit deeper now. The Jagdpanther's actually changed location. First things first is pull back into a bit of cover. The artillery piece is there. Now we don't need to push forwards on him because the MT25 is coming forwards. Now it's time to mop up a bit of arty. So moving back over to standard ammunition.
Enemy armor is destroyed. Penetration. Penetration. Enemy armor is damaged.
Managed to take the next artillery piece out. And he's into a bit of cover. So I'm going to take a little look now. So just to pause it there. Possibly got Tiger tanks coming back towards me or moving forwards. Got a few heavies off to my right there and a medium. And I've got an artillery piece to my left. And I've got an artillery piece over to my right. So my priority first and foremost, many people go straight for the arty, but my priority is to relieve the heavies that are struggling by turning the turrets. So let's see how that goes. We can see the T29 there going down out of our shot range. And the IS is just showing us his cupola. So there you go, the artillery's looking in at me. I decide that I'm going to pause that there. Look, our two heavies are dead now. Okay, so it could be a situation here where I kill the arty and cap. Or kill the arty and then come up behind them heavies when they've forgotten about me. I don't want to sit still for too long because good artillery players will just hit you. One of my golden rules for killing arty is to keep on the move. You also don't know what other tanks can see me.
Target acquired. Enemy armor is hit. Armor tracks is damaged.
Now this arty player really needed to reverse up to the edge of the map. As a result of his turning, it's allowed me to get right in behind him. And if he reversed up to the edge of the map then, he might just have been able to get the next shot on me. But probably not, to be fair. Now it's time to go and see what else I can see. McMulty has just arrived on the scene there, to the left. He's hitting some shots into me. He's seeing that I'm back here. So I'm going to get some cover from him. And here goes a blue SU-152. Now he's fired. And I'm thinking, I'm in a bit of trouble here, but nothing that I haven't got out of before. I just got to find the right situation and fight them on my terms. And what I've got to do is see if I can get this SU to come for me before the Tiger gets here. I'm not going to get support off of my team. So here he comes. Now what I need to do is get behind him. Now, so I'm going to use the slope to pass the front of him. I'm hoping he won't hit me. He manages to get me with a shot, but I survive. And now, I just need to get in behind him and the rocks. Pulled him forwards. Getting into position to take the kill. And McMulty was just a bit too quick off the mark for me there. Managed to sneak a shot right in between the SU and me. Saving the guys from a bit of doom. And saving this SU-152. So why have I showed you this game? Well, I showed you this game because it showed me out of position, them getting back into it. It showed me turning the turrets of the enemies to good effect. Taking advantages of players that have made mistakes. And it also shows the example of a player there, McMulty, who has since, he writes in here that I'm too dangerous. And he's seen my YouTube videos. And he knows what we can do in light tanks, and he's taken it upon himself to redirect his fire to make sure I'm out of the game. And that's the sign of a good player, a yellow player that's learning the game, because he's making decisions for himself. He's backed up the cap, he's saved the SU, and now this goes on to be a draw. Had he not done that and I killed the SU, you know, I would have been in that battle to carry on doing what I do best in these tanks. So well done, McMulty. And I hope you've looked at that freeze frame and seen the priorities. So it was spot, see what happens in battle, review my position, move to another one, do some damage, review my position, try to turn the turrets of the enemies. It was too little too late in this game. It was an ace tanker game. I'll show you the post-game stats in just a second, but it was a heartbreak as well because it was a draw, not a win. So thank you for tuning in. I'll show you the post-game stats now, but a big congratulations and well done to McMulty for seeing the danger on his enemy team and going for it and eliminating it. Let's see if we can see his comment there. I think you'll see in just a second. I write great game. I always like to congratulate people for doing a job well done. You're just too dangerous. Great save, Tiger. Yeah, he done really well. Well done, lads. Thank you for tuning in once again. I look forward to seeing you in the battlefield. So here we are with the post-game stats. As you can see, it's an ace tanker game. We have Bruiser, Fire for Effect, a Paskuski's Medal, and Top Gun. Now, the Paskuski's Medal is because I destroyed 3 enemy artillery in one game. Top Gun for 6 kills. Moving on to the team score now. Top damage in the game was the E25 with 2,663. Closely followed by me with 2,029. Not quite enough to get the win there, guys. Worth a mention on the enemy team. The Grill Artillery DM11 with almost 3,000 damage. Great game by him. But unlucky not to get the win. It was a draw. Good to get the Paskuskis and the Top Gun. And yeah, I hope you find this interesting. Now before you go off, please remember that I'm doing a new series now called Let's Promote New Bands. Featuring this week will be Aaron Wild with his new song, well, new album Legacy that's been out earlier this year, and we'll have a song from that. And also singing us out today is Best George, who we will be featuring in another episode of Let's Promote New Bands. And before you go away, remember that there's links to more of my videos coming up in just a second. So Havoc signing out.
Woo!